All right, so bell work number 2. Math just got important when you're talking about size of slices of pizza. Find the area of each slice of pizza. We said these are sectors. We're going to use this formula. So to find the area of this first one, says area equals the angle, or I usually put degree, which is 60 divided by 360 times pi r squared. What's my radius for that first slice of pizza? Come on, guys. What's that radius? 6. Yes. So 6 squared. Okay. So if you put all of that on the calculator, you should get 18.849. And if I round it to the tenths place, okay, because that is less than 5, it's going to be 18.8 inches, and since it's area, squared. Okay. All right, so let's look at pizza slice number 2. The degree or angle here is a 45-degree angle out of the entire 360 times pi radius squared. My radius is 7 squared. And did anybody get a number for that one? Did anybody multiply it out by chance? Yeah, what'd you get, Joels? 19.24. Yep. 19.24, round to the tenths place. That is going to be 19.24 inches squared. So what does this tell me? The first one or the second slice is bigger? Second slice is bigger, has more area, but it says which one is the better buy for the price. This first one costs $1.50, okay? So I'm going to say 18.8 is to $1.50, and we're going to compare that to 19. I shouldn't have put the 4 there. 2, and this one costs $1.70. So it makes sense that the bigger slice would cost a little bit more, but we're trying to see which one is the better buy for total pizza, okay? So what we can do here is we need to cross multiply and say $1.70 times 18.8. Okay, those of you with calculators, let's see what you got. 31.96. Okay, 31.96. And $1.50 times 19.2. 28.8. Because this one is bigger, that means that this is the better deal per area. Okay? This is the better deal right here. Okay. Any questions about that problem? So the first part, that was probably something you knew more about. And then comparing the prices, you want to cross multiply and say which has the bigger product when we multiply them together. All right? Okay. All right, so now let's go to the notes. We are talking about surface area. This would be on page, unfortunately, I don't have my pages numbered. Says 6'4" surface area at the top. Looks like it's page 10. Page 10. All right, so we're talking about surface areas. Bring this up. Whew. Okay. All right, so surface area of a prism. I know you guys have talked about surface area before. I know you've probably talked about prisms before. You might not remember what it is. Kevin, please put that away. Taryn, are you with me? Okay, can you move your book bag and look up at me, please? Thank you. All right, so when it talks about surface area, we're talking about if you had a box of some sort and you are wrapping a gift, we're talking about covering all the outside parts of that gift, okay? No overlap. I know when you wrap a gift, you usually have overlap and you're taping it. There is no overlap, all right? So we're talking about lateral surface area. That means the area on the side, okay? The area on the side. All right, so it says the lateral area of a right prism is perimeter times the height, okay? So if we were to unfold this, maybe I should do this on here so people can see it. Because I'm recording this. This is what we call a triangular prism. Okay? Triangular prism. And a prism is made up of, okay, the lateral area, which is the side area all the way around, side area, plus your two bases, okay? It has to have two bases. And in this case, our bases are triangular, okay? Top and bottom. And then the sides, since this is a triangle, there are three different sides, and what shape are those sides as you look at that? What shape are these sides? Could be a square, rectangle, right, but you're in the right general vicinity, okay? So if I want to find the lateral area, okay, this is kind of going to unfold. So if I were to unfold this green area, this lateral area, it would be three rectangles in a row. This is the lateral area. Okay, it's going to be three rectangles. And on each of these lines, this is where the fold is, right? So it says the lateral area is equal to capital P, which is your perimeter. That's the distance all the way around, bless you. Your perimeter, P, times your height. Because it's basically a rectangle. It would be, the length of all of this times the height. All right. So everybody kind of understand that.
Is the last word, it says boxes?
It says lateral area. Oh, yes. Up there in red, yes. Two boxes. Two bases. Bases. Not boxes. So lateral area is the area along the sides. So what if we have a cylinder? You are familiar with a Campbell's soup can, probably, or some other kind of soup can. And when they put those labels around the outside, if you were to peel that label off, what shape does that label look like? The lateral area. What shape does that label take when you unpeel it off? It's a rectangle, right? It's a rectangle. If you were to unpeel the label, so let's say this is a label of a cylinder. It's a rectangle. Now, let's think about this. This rectangle, bless you, went all the way around this circle, right? What do we call the distance on the top that goes around a circle? What do we call that? What? More than the radius. All the way around. Circumference. Yeah, that's the distance around the circle. So this up here, why is this not writing? Circumference. Okay. Morning, Leilani. So in this case, my lateral area, LA, lateral area is equal to the perimeter times the height. But my perimeter is circumference. So my perimeter is 2 times pi times r. So that's just the P, the perimeter, times the height. So everybody see that? It's kind of tricky to understand at the very beginning. Daniel, please put the phone away. All right. So let's start to get to a little bit more now. So far, we've just talked about the lateral surface area. Now we're going to talk about all of the surface area, including the bases. Okay? So surface area down here at the bottom, surface area S of a right prism just means all the edges are going straight up, is the lateral area plus 2 bases. Okay? Where L is the lateral area, B is the base. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Let's go over here. So example 1 on page 11. Find the lateral area and the surface area of the prism. Round to the nearest tenth if necessary. So here I have a box. Okay? Lateral area. If I were to undo this box and try to wrap it all around, this would be my lateral area. Okay? It's going to be a longer rectangle right here. It's going to be a smaller rectangle here. Okay? On the back side, it's going to be another longer rectangle, same size, and then over here on the side, another smaller rectangle. All right? So the lateral area is the perimeter, the distance all the way around. Here on the bottom, this is your perimeter. P equals perimeter times the height. So lateral area, I'm going to say LA, lateral area. Perimeter times the height. My perimeter is 12. And remember, perimeter, you're just adding them up. Plus 3. Okay. Plus, in the back, we have another 12. Plus 3. That's the perimeter. That's the distance all the way around, okay? And what is the height of that box, or the height of that outside area? 8. Oh, I didn't want that in that color. So times 8. So lateral area is, let's add these up. What's 12 plus 3? 15, and we got 15 here, so that is a total of 30 times 8. So the lateral area is equal to 240 feet squared. Now, that takes care of all the sides, but this is a prism. A prism. So I need to add my two bases. So surface area is equal to the lateral area plus my two bases. Okay? Usually they are on the top and the bottom. With this, it's a little bit trickier because we could have used any of these. But here's my top, and the bottom is going to be the same on the opposite side. So lateral area is 240, so I'm going to substitute that in, plus 2 times the area of my base. Well, the area of my base right here is what shape? What shape is that? Top. It's a rectangle, okay? It's a rectangle, and the area of a rectangle is length times width. So what is my length here? 12 times my width over here is 3. 12 times 3 is 36. 36 times 2 is 72. This 240 is just sitting there waiting for us to get all these calculations done. Bring down this 240, so my surface area is 240 plus 72, which is 312. And how am I going to label it? Feet squared, because it is surface area. Feet squared. So for any prism, you're finding the lateral surface area, the side surface area, plus your two bases. Okay? All right. Let's take a look at this one on the bottom. This is, if you look at it, it's got a triangle on two ends, and then what's the shape on the sides? What are those shapes? Rectangles, yeah. So my base, of which you only have 2 of them, is how you label and name these prisms. So this is a triangular, because it's a triangle for the base, prism. Triangular prism. So I want to find my surface area first. Surface area equals perimeter times the height. Okay, perimeter times the height. So over here, no, I'm not going to do that over there. Perimeter. Well, as I'm looking at this perimeter, I need to know what the length of this bottom is, of this rectangle. Do we know what the bottom of that is? Is it what?
Is it 12?
3? No.
I said, is it
12? No, I don't think so. No. It's showing that this side is congruent to this side. And we know this bottom one is 8. And we've got this nice right triangle in here. And it looks like, since these two sides are congruent, this altitude is going to split that opposite side in half. So this is going to be 4, and this is going to be 4. And this altitude in the middle is 3. How can I find out this length right here? We're going to have to use Pythagorean theorem, which is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Okay? Now, a lot of people have been having trouble figuring out where's my a, b, and c. Jeremiah, are you with me? Can you get your head up, please? Thank you. So, A and B are the legs. They make up the L. C is always the side across. So which side do I not have? A, B, or C? C. Okay, so that's the one I need to find. Doesn't matter which one I make my A and B, but I'm going to say, let's make A4 squared plus 3 squared equals c squared. What is 4 squared? 16. What is 3 squared? 9. And that's equal to c squared. Always work down. So add 16 plus 9 is 25. That is equal to c squared. I don't want c squared though, so if I take the square root of both sides, c is going to be equal to 5. So that means this bottom part right here is 5. And see this little hash mark? That means this side is also 5. So my perimeter is 5 on the bottom of this rectangle. So we've got 2 rectangles that are pretty much the same size, and then we've got one that's a little bit longer. So this is 5, this is 5, and what is my other bottom length around that triangle? It's 5 here, 5 here, and what is this length right here? This total length? Right here? 8. So that's the perimeter around, and then my height is how tall? Right here. How tall is this? Remember, we're just talking about the sides right now. No. Should be right here. Should be 12. So we're talking about the sides around. All right, so that is times 12. So 5 plus 5 plus 8 is 18 times 12. Ooh, who's got a calculator? Not I. What is it? 216 centimeters squared. Now, we have not even done these bases yet. We have to find the surface area of the whole thing. That was just the lateral area. Okay? So, surface area equals the lateral area plus my 2 bases. Okay? So my lateral area is 216. My bases are in what shape? Shape of a... No. Your 2 bases are triangles. Okay? Right here. Area of a triangle is 1/2 times the base, the small base, times the height. So 1/2 times a base, what it's sitting on, of 8, times the height of 3. What is half of 8?
Or
4, and 4 times 3 is 12. Oh, but we have 2 of them, don't we? I almost forgot that. Times 2. So that's going to be 24. So adding those together, 216 plus 24 is 240 centimeters squared. I'm going to change this. This should be lateral area up here. Under the triangular prism, that should be just lateral area. Ranisha. Guys, you have got to put the phones away. This is hard enough. You don't need to be distracted by phones. Questions on this? So you find the lateral area first and then the 2 bases. Yes?
So we gotta show all of these on the test.
You definitely would have to show this because I need to see that you understand how to get that side. You're gonna have to show me, yeah, I think so, for the most part. Okay. All right, let's go to the next page. Lateral area and surface area of a cylinder. Okay? A cylinder. So we just said lateral area, if I were to unroll the side, it would be like a label. And it's going to be in the shape of a rectangle. And the top of that rectangle that goes around the circle is the circumference. Okay? So 2 pi r times the height. All right, so 2 pi r, lateral area, is 2 times pi times what is the radius of this cylinder right here? Leilani, what is the radius of this cylinder? Yeah, it's 5. Don't be fooled. They've got 10, but that's a diameter. So the radius is 5 times the height. Okay, so think of it. This is a soup label. The height of the label is right here. So that is going to be times 9. Okay? So a couple ways we can do this. 5 times 9 is 45. Times 2 is 90. So that's going to be 90 pi. So on your calculators, take 90 pi and tell me what you get. Anyone? 90 pi?
this is
What is it? Looks like, did anybody get it? Yes, 282.74. And that is inches squared. So I would round it to 282.7. All right, now we need to add the bases. So surface area here is my lateral area, which we just found, plus the 2 bases. Well, the bases here happen to be circles. So surface area equals my lateral area, 282.7, plus the area of 2 circles, which is pi R we said was 5 and then squared. Okay, what is 5 squared? 25 times 2 is going to be 50 pi. And if you take 50 times pi, you're going to get, I got 157.07. If I round that to the nearest tenths place, that is 5 or higher, so it's going to be 157.1. So surface area, I'm putting this underneath, is 282.7. That's the lateral area around the soup can, plus 157.1. Somebody please add those together. Looks like 439.8 square inches. So add these together. 439.8. Five, 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right, I don't think I'm gonna have time to do this last one, but if you go on today's Canvas, you should be able to see these notes. I will upload this video too. So you start with your lateral area, which is in this case gonna be a rectangle. That's 2 pi r times h, plus your two bases, 2 pi r squared. So your homework for tonight, if you go in the packet, there should be a homework 6.4. It's probably page 38 and 39, probably page 38. Does anybody have the homework from last night ready for me? Okay. Guys, we need to keep up the work, okay? Got 6 weeks. All right? I will be here tonight after school. All right, let's see what they've got for announcements today.